Oh, 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 oh. If you like it, then you should have put a print on me. If you like it, then you should have put a print on me. If you like it, then you should have put a print for me. Okay. This is show and tell. Welcome and hellos. So today I am going to be showing you the prints that I printed on my newly acquired printing press that all of you helped me get, and thank you very much for that. So as you know, I'm trying to be a serious printmaker. I'm trying to learn and do things and execute everything masterfully. So this is, an incentive to allow myself to reach my potential and to do my own projects and not only be a good printer practically, but also be a successful curator and project manager and organizer, as well as a curator. I've said that before. Businesswoman. So in this project, as most of you know, that in my work, my printmaking work, I usually do monotypes on a large scale. This time, now that I have a small printer that prints smaller than A4, I have to work smaller, and that was a challenge. I thought it was going to be a problem and a limitation, and then I remembered, oh my gosh, I'm an artist. My imagination is powerful. I might create something really fantastic, and I'm learning. So that's another thing. I really enjoyed attempting to work small scale, and right now I'm going to unpack what I did, how it relates to my work, and it relates to my work because it's now a continuation, me doing something differently and building up on the project, the series of Killjoy doilies. So in my Killjoy doilies and Killjoy monotypes, I use the dainty, domestic, and gendered objects and motifs such as doilies, also known as placemats, as well as lace, to explore and interrogate black femininity through the lens of being a killjoy myself. So I'm working with this very strict gendered object, which looks very feminine and dainty, and represents a lot of respectability politics, how women should behave, covering up and closing, and some these standards of perfection and peacefulness and quietness and stillness and unfair cleanliness, that weighs heavily on women. And I'm a killjoy feminist, and I'm willful, and I transgress against all of those gender norms. So my prints actually tell a story about being a killjoy feminist through the doily, through the image of black femininity, and documents the ways in which I cross and rebel, and the ways in which being a feminine body affects me as a black woman in South Africa. So the first print I printed is the it's a three color linocut, and it was because the printer prints A5, so you can see the work. some details. Some little folds and symmetry. Because the press print smaller than A5, I had to cut A4 sheets of paper. So I printed on, which paper did I print on? Oh yeah, BFK Reeves. I printed on BFK Reeves. I've never printed on that paper before. I usually print on Fabriano. Joe from LL Editions gave me a stack of that paper and I used that. So it's a thinner paper. I think it's 180 GSM. So I prepared four A4 sheets of paper and then cut them in half to create A5, because this is 15 by 21 centimeters, and that's what you get if you cut A5 in the middle. That's what you get, approximately that. And then I had to create the image size to fit on the A5 sheet. So with this print, I didn't just want to print a doily. What I did was get a bigger doily, size up the corners of the doily, and then mirror them like 4 times. Draw on the plate. Of course, on the plate is not going to translate the image of the doily exactly as it is when I print the doily directly using monotype. Here I had to use drawing and carving and everything like that. So for this print I had to repeat these corners. I had to repeat the corners and mirror them. So this idea of being a killjoy and detaching from the strictness of a doily and being in this like tiny space on the table, this like tiny space of the corner on the table, as well as the interaction of having a doily that is closed, a symbol of femininity that is covered up and it's closed. Now you are opening up and revealing it. It's also like quite a violent act to open a doily like this, because it looks very suggestive itself as it is. Also considering that if you look very closely and look at the details, there are these folds, and I think we know what those folds mean and what they suggest and everything. The other one is here, it's pink, and I chose like pink for the sake of pink, because pink is very powerful and it's a very important color when we talk about femininity. And I decided to do the final layer in black for the lacy effect. And the print is titled "The Four Corners of My Insides." So it also speaks to that consumption of femininity in that manner. As you know, I had this one print that called a tingly sensation, and other print said, you know, that tingly sensation that you get when you eat your mother's food. It's patriarchy going through your bones, your taste buds and stuff. So it speaks to the consumption of domestic spaces, how we consume, the way we consume femininity, and how violent those interactions are. So this whole activity of opening up a doily that's pink and lacy, it speaks to that idea of consuming and taking, and also, you know, other violences that are very obvious that I'm not going to mention. I don't want the trigger warning in my video. I wish I could show you guys the plates, what they look like, but they are somewhere drying. I feel a little bit too, I feel like they're a little bit too sacred, those plates. I'm more interested in unpacking the concept of the work. If you haven't bought the work yet, please get a hold of me to buy the work. I've already editioned everything from, it's an edition of 6. So I've editioned the 1 to 6, which is in printmaking language. The editions are for sale, and then there's other editions like the BAT proofs, artist proof, printers proof, workshop proof, and so on. I don't remember the other proofs. Oh yeah, and the publication proof. So I have 6 and 6. So 6, which are for the print studio archive, those ones that I need. It's one of the ones that I was showing you, and the editions that are available, I've already like packaged them. This is the print, how small it is. It comes folded, and you can see here there's a little picture. This is a certificate of authenticity, so it's small. You can just put it in the tube and deliver it to you wherever you live. These new prints are my babies. I'm so proud of them, and if you want to capture and preserve this wonderful historical moment, get a hold of me to get yourself a print. Okay, bye.